Laying out a mat. And taking our foam roller. We're going to go ahead and take a few exercises for the sling of the body. Your anterior oblique sling comes across your body all the way down to into that adductor, so all the way across. So super important to have a strong abdominal to work the slings. 3 exercises, we're just gonna go right into all 3 of them in a row. So we're sitting down on the roller. You can roll back nicely if you want, or just get yourself back there any way that's comfortable and safe for you. So starting on a roller, you certainly could do this at home with no roller at all. You could do this laying on the floor. So we're here, we have our feet sitting bone distance apart and our arms reaching down, our arms, forearms down. You're gonna take your right leg out, your left leg over your head. Now, foam roller might make you pop your ribs, so pull the ribs in. So imagine that you had a Miss America sash or any kind of sash or toga from your left shoulder to your right hip. You're gonna inhale for length here, exhale, coming up. Good. Really focusing on not a tight arm and leg, but your breath is making that sash deeper into the roller. If I painted your back and you stood up, hopefully you would see a sash, a little more paint from the left side, left shoulder to the right hip. If you're doing this movement with a super tense jaw or super tense in other parts of your body, you want to try to take that out. Now we're going to lower down, pull that arm and leg back underneath you. Find center for a moment, important to find it. You can sort of feel one sling is alive and the other one's not quite there yet. So we're going to take opening, arm and leg. Be careful, second side might be a little harder, might be a little easier. We inhale, we exhale, inhale. So now our sash is from our right shoulder to our left hip. Really use your breath. I guarantee it'll help to really get this motion down into that sash. Relaxing through your neck and jaw. One more. Good. Moving another one deeper into the sling. We're going to carefully slide off. You can push your roller away. We're going to take a little tabletop here. In your tabletop, you're going to open it to sitting bone distance apart. Hands behind your thighs. Lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You take your right hand to your left inner thigh. I'm not around it. I'm pushing on it. So my opposite hand, that left hand's behind my head. Now I'm going to start by pushing my left thigh into my right hand without lifting the shoulder up. So it's down. Now push your hand into your thigh and your thigh into your hand deeply. And neither one should be winning. They're both pushing. And you're feeling that sling from the right to the left. Now 3 giant belly breaths. Keep pushing. Let every sip of air out. One more. Good. We're going to come down and pull our knees in for a moment. You really should almost need a break after that because it's such a big push. We come back out to an open tabletop. Pull up the head, neck, and shoulders. Left hand to the right inner thigh. Right hand behind your head. Push your right thigh into your left hand and really push without lifting your left shoulder. Push, 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 push. Not lifting weight off this thigh or pelvic, off the pelvis and pushing. Now 3 big belly breaths. Really keeping the pressing. Good, we bring it down. So we went from a subtle use of our sling to a more intense use of our sling, and now we're going to actually use the sling in motion. So we're here with our feet down, hands behind the head. Inhale, exhale, pulling across. Notice I didn't bring my elbow, shoulder across. Inhale, exhale. I like to think of the ribs as a heavy anchoring down and back down. Inhale, exhale. Why is this important? Because we're able to keep our pelvis stable while we use our sling to strengthen it and pull across. We anchor our rib down so we really feel the end of that sling. Exhaling up. Good. Then in practical uses, this is practical too, but then going to our Pilates crisscross. Now our pelvis is still, we're working our sling, our ribs are anchored, and we're using our breath and everything built to that moment there. From here, we're going to grab our roller. We're going to put the roller underneath. It's sitting back down again. Moving into some shoulder mobility. So working our shoulders. Shoulders are so complex because they move in so many different directions. And we sometimes falsely think that we just need to hold them and not move them. And we want to, to stabilize them, we just sort of hold them, but we have to find our full range of motion first. So reaching your arms up to the ceiling, I'm on a foam roller, but I could do this without a foam roller. I'm going to go into my protraction, retraction. Now I tend to like to come all the way down because I can feel my shoulders really wrap on the roller. So I'm going to protract and retract and wrap around the roller. Now, we are trying to get the biggest range of protraction and retraction for our shoulders, but there is a limit in not letting the rest of the body do a lot of changes, like especially the ribs. So we're protracting and retracting without tightening your neck and jaw. Now we're going to bring it down. Now bring your arms up without a protraction. So I'm wide across my collarbones. I'm going to open my arms to the side. And much like doing a jumping jack or waving at somebody from far away in the bleachers, we're going up and we're going down. Now, what you're doing now is upward rotation of your shoulder, downward rotation of the shoulder. So it's not about the arms, it's not about the fingers, they're reaching out, but we're giving the shoulder time. You can probably feel it even on your mat, but if you're using a foam roller, you can really feel they wing, you can feel more the top of the shoulder, and then you can come down and you can feel how the shoulder blade comes in. So there's two of our different types of motion of the shoulder. Okay, from here, we're gonna go ahead and come off. We're gonna put the roller in front of us, safely come onto your stomach. We've done our protraction, retraction, our upward rotation, downward rotation. Now we're going to do our elevation and depression. Put the belly of your forearm onto the roller so you're nice and safe and off the wrist. We're going to press forward, reaching the arms, shoulders up, and then pull down. And I'd almost like you not even to add any extension because we could probably pull down and lift up, but I want you just to see your natural glide of your shoulder. And finding all 6 of those motions, now we're going to go ahead and sit up for a moment. And I just want you to think about finding that perfect spot would be if we do everything we just did, if we protract, we retract, we upwardly rotate, we downwardly rotate, we elevate, we depress. Then, if you think about that, there's a happy medium. So give a little shake out. Happy medium. Now, if you notice when you're sitting that you suddenly hunch forward a little bit, then you may need to pull back, work on your retraction, and open the chest. If you're somebody who sticks out, you may need to pull your ribs in, but make sure the shoulders don't come all the way forward with you, but they stay open. You may be somebody who kind of lifts up and your elbows stay out. That's your upward rotation. You may need to downward rotate. And so take some time just to feel the shoulders, but moving through those 6 pieces, range of motion, will help you find that happy medium between shoulder stabilization and mobility. From here, we're going to go ahead and lay down on our stomach. We're going to take a little bit of attention into some extension. So I'm going to start by having the hands on, hand on hand, head down. We're going to go ahead and take the legs, heels together, toes apart. We're going to lift up. Now, we're really working, I know, more of the glute here and really pulling the navel in. So there's only so far this can go. But the glute is such a key piece and a missing piece sometimes, oftentimes, in our extension. So now you're going to reach your legs and hold. We're going to go ahead and lift up, pulling the navel in as much as you can, lower down but leave the legs. Lift up, lower down, leave the legs. Lift up, lower down, leave the legs. Lower all the way down. Grab that right leg. You're going to hold on to the top of the foot. You're going to get a little bit of a stretch here. Stretching that quadricep. Release the leg. Take the left leg in, pulling in, getting a stretch. Now we're going to go ahead and grab both legs, right and left. We're going to pull our knees back a little bit. I had to open mine a little. Maybe you don't to grab them. We're here. We're going to pull up through the abdominals, through the feet, through the arms, lift up here. Now our head is on our spine. It's not forward. It's not way back. We're going to start rocking gently. Make sure the head is not doing the motion. Now from here, we let go, hold, swimmer position, swim. Really moving from your center. 3, 2, 1. We lower down. Go ahead and press back, reaching the pelvis over the legs. I like to slightly open my knees, pressing back. From here, we're going to reach our hands into the corner. I'm over to my right corner, so my left sitting bone is going to stay heavy and down. You can always inch your fingers forward. Then we're going to come over to the other side. Reaching out, the right sitting bone is pulling away. Breathing into that side. And then we're going to go ahead and come center, facing the front. Legs come forward, we reach up. We go over, let's go flat as far as we can go. Once you can't go any further, you're going to just start rounding the spine over, getting a leg stretch, hanging the head, using your breath, relaxing our shoulders. And then rolling up. Let's just take a lift up. I'm going to cross my legs. Inhale up. Exhale, open. Inhale up. Exhale, lift and twist to one side. Inhale up. Exhale, lift and twist to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, open all the way, pressing down, releasing.